100th Uniplex, folks. Oh my gosh. We've been doing this for 100 weeks now.
Yeah.
About 100 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah. We just watched the 100th Uniplex film, but we're here on Laser Brains. It's not our 100th episode. It's like our 40-something episode.
44th, yeah.
And we're here to talk about...
That's still a lot of episodes, though.
It's a lot. But we're here to talk about this guy's pick.
Dog Soldiers.
That's right.
Dog Soldiers.
That's right. And
It might be the 100th screening, but it's number one in our hearts.
Yes, it is. And as always, I'm joined by Joshua Mervell.
Thank you for having me, as always. This
That's
was
right.
an experience.
That's right. And we have to admit that Joshua Mervell was kind of the one that pushed for us. He nudged us in the direction of Dog Soldiers.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that so much.
You know what? No problem. It was a treat.
And I must say that the person who resisted was Champion.
I resisted a little.
A little bit.
But in the end, I relaxed into it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that also.
But you've been talking about Dog Soldiers for about 100 weeks. And we finally relented and screened it tonight. So tell us, why is Dog Soldiers, is it your favorite movie? Is it one of your favorites?
It's not even my favorite movie. I
why
don't
did
even
we
think
watch
it's
it?
I don't even think it cracked the top. I don't even think it cracks the top 10, honestly.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. What did you
Take
put
it all
us through?
back.
No, because when I first started coming to the movie nights, it was some niche movies you guys were doing. I'm like, oh, niche movies. You know what's a niche movie? Dog Soldiers.
Okay.
Let's throw that out there.
Do you remember in particular what movie we were watching when you threw Dog Soldiers out for the first time?
Actually, I think I might have threw it out there my first night coming out, which would have been, I believe, Ninja Turtles.
Okay, all right,
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sort of tracks with the
puppets and
the costumes.
Yeah. And the practical effects.
So how did you discover this movie?
So Dog Soldiers for me, it was one of what I call one of the last video store finds.
Okay.
So it was at Riverside Video, circa 2003, more than likely. Yeah, and I'm just going through the aisles, checking out movies, and like, okay, well, what am I going to rent? Because I'd normally pick up 2 or 3, and I saw that and picked it up. I'm like, okay, this seems interesting. Flipped it over. Okay, cool. We're gonna give this one a roll. And that was it.
But you liked it.
I loved it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
it was a solid movie. Like it's not the greatest.
Okay.
Definitely not the worst, but it was just a solid movie.
And how many times have you seen it since then?
I'd probably say a solid dozen or so.
Okay.
It's one of those movies where it's like, oh, you haven't seen it? Okay, well, you need to sit down and watch this with me then. Like, especially about 15, 20 years ago, I had like a handful of movies. Oh, you haven't seen this? Okay, well, we're watching this. Oh, you haven't seen that one either? Okay, no, we're watching this.
So for those that don't know, can you give us the 45-second plot summary of this film? Because I got a feeling some of the people watching this review have not seen the film.
Oh, of course. So Dog Soldiers is about a UK platoon of infantrymen, I guess, that are in the Highlands of Scotland and are overtaken and attacked by werewolves.
That's it. That's good. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah, that's it.
When we were watching the movie tonight, I was thinking Night of the Living Dead plus werewolves. Mm-hmm. Did you see that at all? Like, I mean, you've seen Night of the Living Dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was leaning more of like a lower budget, like Predator almost.
Yeah.
Okay,
with,
sure.
With
That's what I was
some of it.
thinking.
It's Predator.
It's like, instead of Predator, it's werewolves. It's a bit lower budget. And with like a little bit of like the claustrophobicness of like an Alien.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. So, okay, speaking of budget, do we have a budget? Do we know what the budget was for Dog Soldiers?
How many tens of thousands of dollars?
2.3 million pounds.
Pounds? What?
So
what is
So that's
that?
probably like
That's more.
$3.5-4 million.
I think it's more. Yeah, exactly.
And this was circa 2001 also.
So
That's
take
quite a bit.
take into account for inflation.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is that the special effects are actually pretty good. They're practical, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
They are all the werewolves practical in this film?
Yes, I believe it's been a while since I watched Behind the Features, but almost all the full suit werewolves you see in the movie are practical effects.
Okay.
It is a man in a suit on stilts, hence someone said chicken legs.
Right.
But it is practical effects with the werewolves.
There's one point towards the end where, you can kind of see the guy in the suit a little bit too much, but for the most part, they edit around the fact that it's a guy in a suit, and it looks pretty realistic and pretty threatening, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, were you going to jump in?
There are moments that are actually like really hard to tell that it's a puppet.
Yeah.
Like it looks, the visual effects look really good in moments in this movie.
I agree.
But like you said, there are also moments where you
Towards
see
the
too
end,
much of the
especially
costume,
a
like
little bit,
you
They
feel
didn't
it a
hide
little
it
too much.
quite enough.
Yeah.
Particularly in my opinion, the legs were not
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, you could
Like
tell they're
ever,
on stilts.
Right? Like it's too lanky and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like it feels like Alien, I think, is the perfect example
yeah.
of hiding the alien, only seeing what you're supposed to see. The only thing that ruins Alien, and the one thing I would change about Alien is when it's shot out of space and it's
towards
hanging
the last
on
scene. Yeah.
the
And you see its
outside,
legs.
and you see everything.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of like
Yeah.
crawling across. It doesn't work. And it's similar to this. There are a couple of shots that look so good when like it's near the climax. It is the climax of the movie. The two of them run upstairs, and it's before they go into the bathroom. He's shooting down the hallway, and the muzzle flash is like flashing and lighting up the werewolf's face as it comes out of like smoke around a corner. Like there's a couple of really great shots.
The first thing I thought when I saw the trailers, Josh and I both looked at each other and we said, "This actually looks pretty good."
Yeah, we were like,
So
wait
the
a second.
cinematography was good.
Yeah.
Champion, what do you think? Cinematography?
The cinematography was great. Back to the costumes for one more second.
yeah.
Do you remember the very, very end of the film when they were sort of showing, like, do you remember the guy that was sort of taking pictures through the whole thing? And then at the end, we're seeing those pictures, as well as the National Enquirer little
Yes,
newspaper,
yes.
like Werewolves Ate My Platoon. So you're seeing the same costumes, but now you're seeing them with a camera flash, and they looked better. Like
it's just like black and white, right?
But it showed the amount of craftsmanship that went into those suits.
For sure, yeah.
Which you really couldn't see a lot of because they were trying to do the alien thing. They were
Right.
trying to hide everything in shadows. And this is one of those instances where I think that they could have done with a little bit more light on them in parts, so you could see a little bit more because they were so well done.
Yeah.
But waist up because the legs
sure.
look ridiculous.
No, completely agreed with that, and like that was my initial thought upon viewing this. Like, man, this is a not dark thematically, but just darkly shot, and it could have done just a little bit more light to see those effects.
Because they were so good.
Yeah.
They didn't need to be hidden as much as they were.
Especially watching the behind the scenes stuff and the work that went into those suits and how good they do look. It's like, man, I wish I would have been able to see more of that in the movie.
Like those faces were terrifying.
Yeah.
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 Like, it's hard to pin down, because this movie, I think everyone expected like a B movie or a Z movie, but it actually was well shot, well written. The special effects were good. For me,
The acting as well.
We have a bunch of A-list actors here. Like, the whole lead cast, like, we have 3 actors who...
I wouldn't even say they're A-list. They're kind of...
Well, sure, they're B-list, but they're good actors. Like, when I say B-list, it doesn't mean they're not good actors. It just means they're not Scarlett Johansson, right? Yeah. But they're all good actors. Like, I don't have the cast here.
Well, like that's the thing too. They're all actors where you say their name and you're like, who?
Yeah.
And they say, oh, the guy from this. And
Exactly.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like the guy from Gotham.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Who played Alfred in
Who
Gotham.
played Alfred.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you had...
What did Heather say? Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
From Trainspotting.
Trainspotting.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Got Game of Thrones,
And,
right?
yeah, Game of Thrones, and a guy from Grey's Anatomy and Trainspotting. Gamers would know him from the Modern Warfare series, like the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 from like 15 years ago.
Voiceover.
He was the voice guy for like the main guy in those games.
Gotcha.
It's funny because I wouldn't know that, but as soon as I heard his voice, it wasn't his face that made me recognize it was his voice, because his voice is, I didn't realize how perfect his voice is. It's incredible. So it makes sense that he does voiceover work.
Yep.
You know?
And now you're saying Trainspotting, like 100%. I recognize this because he did all the narration. Because he like it was the lead. Was the lead character?
narration? No, it was
Tommy
by
wasn't the lead
Ewan
character?
McGregor.
Oh shit, you're
But
right. Okay.
This guy played Tommy. He was the guy that got AIDS.
Yeah.
But his voice is just something perfect about his voice. It's incredible. Yeah. But anyway, we were talking about the cinematography. So it's very carefully shot, I think, but there's also something weird. Like there's a weirdness to some of the shooting.
I think it's the editing that's weird for me,
Well,
not
okay,
the shots.
I'll say one thing. The one thing I didn't like about the movie was some of the editing. At the beginning of the movie, when they're sitting around talking, and I don't know if they had a guest editor on that day, but it's like hyper fast, 2 angles on one guy, cutting between, it's like one cut per 3 words, and it was too much for me. But for the rest of the movie, it was okay.
Yeah, when they're in the house, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but you know what I'm talking about, TJ? When they're joking around.
Yeah, when they're joking around around a campfire, and it's like that one was kind of jumpy. The one that did it for me, as far as camera shots and editing go, is when they find the camp that's decimated.
That's 100%.
And they're going around, they're doing that 360 shot, but they're going around that shot a little too fast.
Sure. I got dizzy.
And there's a bit of motion blur in that. It's like, man, just slow it down by like a second so we can take in the evisceration that had just happened.
Yeah.
You don't
Not
get
to mention that shot is so darkly lit that like we can't even see what we're looking at.
I could not tell you what either of the camps looked like. And I think that's the problem. The staging never worked in the forest. And I know it's hard because everything is trees around you, but like I should be able to know where things are, where the characters are. Like we're cutting around so fast that I don't even know who we're cutting around to. So the dialogue of them talking to each other doesn't make any sense. The soldier, the captain of the special forces, was hiding under a bunch of things.
So
like that reveal didn't make any sense.
The geography was confusing.
Because we don't know what everything like.
Yeah,
and I think that also comes down when the captain pops out that a lot of their equipment is just in black boxes and black cases because they're blacked out, non-insignia special forces, and with the lack of lighting and the time of day that they're shooting it at and everything, it just all kind of washes together.
Yeah.
So someone else pointed out something that I noticed right away. Whenever they cut to the night vision shots, they're clearly just during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they couldn't just take 3 extra seconds to go, no, let's just shoot it like we have the actor, we have all the cameras, we have the crew. We'll just do the, ultraviolet or infrared shot. But it always just looks like, someone has a light on, but just make it green or whatever.
Those are the shots. Those are supposed to be from the werewolf's perspective.
Yes,
sure.
So do something weird with it, like not Predator, but something distinctive.
Now, here's the interesting thing: is I was thinking about this, is that when it's military, there's a light source that's shooting infrared light, right?
Yeah.
But if it's a werewolf is seeing, is it ultraviolet or infrared?
I don't know. I think they just. I think their eyes just take in more of the available light. So it's whatever the.
It's one or the other, but there has to be a light source. Okay, is it the moon? Well, then you have to make it look like moonlight, because in this movie it clearly looks like just everything blasting with sunlight, right?
Well, I think that's sort of what they were going for, because it's a werewolf movie, so it is a full moon.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So
maybe
would be moonwolf.
Yeah.
So the werewolves have dark vision to make a D&D reference, so they can see it as if it is daylight.
I think the problem is that when they point up to the trees and the trees are backlit by clearly the midday sun. But that's just a minor quibble. But it's just, I think that's the thing with this movie, is that across the board, everything, like the acting was good, the writing was good, the special effects were good. But then it's like this, Neil Marshall, maybe this was early in his career and there's some things that could have been improved, right? What are you thinking, Josh?
I don't know if I love the writing.
The writing?
Yeah,
I think
the
it was
dialogue.
pretty
The dialogue
good.
is pretty good.
I actually think the story's pretty good.
I think so. I like the concept. I like the ideas. I think it just was not executed right, because they weren't following the movie's own logic.
Okay.
So the werewolves are not affected by bullets, right? Well, like it essentially doesn't even harm them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going through them, but they don't really care.
Sure.
And we see that every time that there's combat. But what is making the werewolves leave at points, because a werewolf will be at the house, it'll like try and break through the door, and they'll shoot, and then they're gone for an hour and a half, and all of the windows are open. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's following its own rules. Then they'll come back and they'll attack a little bit, and they'll like stick their head in the window.
It almost feels as though they don't have rules
I'm
for
leaving.
that. Like, what are the rules?
Exactly.
They just kind of come and go.
So that
randomly.
I really hate that. Also, I think one of the things I hate most about movies is when something fantastical is happening and people don't believe what's going on. But then
we've talked about this.
Then you see it. Oh my God! Look at, why the fuck did Cooper go, what are you talking about, werewolves? What do you mean, what are you talking about? You just shot them. Like,
Yeah.
you're face to face with
We-
werewolves.
we've
What
talked
do you
about this.
mean? Oh my God.
We've talked about
It's
this.
so stupid.
Okay, we've talked about this on the show, and I brought it up. My favorite, and when I say favorite, I mean the one I hate the most, is I think it's either Dante's Inferno, no, Dante's Peak, or what's the other volcano movie? Remember there was 2 in 1 year? The one with Tommy Lee Jones.
I think that one's just called Volcano, and that's the one that takes place in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And they do the big trenches to navigate the lava.
Yes. So, now, if you go back and watch every episode of this podcast, I tell the same stories over and over again. This is the second time. So, the whole point of the movie is, I think it's Anne Hesh. Anne Hesh is the geologist, and she's the expert. Tommy Lee Jones is the tough guy that's going to get everyone to safety. But the whole, half of the movie, Anne Hesh is like, there's a volcano that's erupted. What do you mean there's a volcano? I don't believe it. Like, why would you not believe it? It's like there's actual lava.
Yeah.
What makes you think it's actually lava?
He's like sinking
Yeah,
lava.
yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about, volcano?
Yeah, he's a volcano, schmolcano. Like, why does that
You can
have
see it on
right? Like, why does that have to be a subplot? Who gives a shit? Just believe it.
Doesn't
right?
make any sense.
No.
So there's so many moments like that for me where I'm like, I like the story you're trying to tell.
Yeah.
I think the effects look good. The characters are fun. The acting is great. The dialogue's really interesting. But for me, the whole movie, I was so distracted by them not following their own rules. For the monsters, it just didn't work for me, and took me out of the movie so
TJ?
much.
So
You gonna step in?
I will say one thing about like the werewolves taking bullet damage and whatnot, then retreating and going back. I would, put that on the fast healing that you see from the human characters that
True.
were attacked.
True.
Sure.
And
Good
then
point.
they get fast healing and they're like, oh, my guts are out? Oh, well, no, my guts are back in and I have a fast healing. So, yeah, I would say like the bullets are affecting them because you still see the blood coming out of them. And it's not going to kill them, but it's like, man, this is pissing me off. I need to like take a step back, heal up, and then I'm going to come back again because eventually they're going to run out of whatever they're hitting me with.
Sure. Okay.
See, you got to watch this movie
Well,
10 times.
Hold
to
on,
get the rest of
though. So they get to the building. They get to the house.
Yeah.
They lock themselves in.
Yeah.
Then they go back outside, and the two of them check the vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the engine is torn to shreds. And then we see all 5 of the werewolves walking out of the forest, and they're charging the house. And then they blow up the car. There are no werewolves that get hurt. Then they close the door. Werewolves are gone. Like, they just don't attack the house anymore.
Well, some just blew up.
I
Probably
guess.
Scared them away.
Why would they be scared?
Because some just blew up. Car just blew up.
It doesn't.
Well, no,
doesn't make any
it's
sense.
also-
so
it's all-
dumb.
it's
Wouldn't you
also
run away if
about-
a car just blew up in front of you?
Not if I was a werewolf.
Do you know that for sure?
Probably.
Dogs are afraid of the vacuum cleaner.
That would have been great if that's how they wanted.
Oh my God.
But no,
I'm
it's,
stopping
it's
you.
also taking a step back and assessing what's going on. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into a werewolf's head here, but it's like, from a tactical standpoint, it's like, hey, I'm taking a step back because I don't know what else these guys are going to do.
That's right. That's what the girl was saying, right? They're just as smart as us. They're probably doing what we're doing. They're probably sizing up the situation.
So here's the thing: is we've asked our people on Last Call how do they rate this out of 10, and it seems like we've given certain aspects of the movie higher ratings than others. But maybe what Josh is saying is that the script is actually just as low as the editing.
I think so. I like a lot of the dialogue
Yeah,
in the movie.
I think some of the dialogue's good. Yeah,
And the actors, I think, plus it up.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Like, it is a little bit generic, but I think that their acting, like, makes it memorable. But... And it's not even what's happening, it's how it's happening for me. You know? Like, I'm watching a werewolf movie. I want it to be a little campy and fun and get these things, but...
They're playing it a bit too straight for you, is what it...
No, a little too loose. Like the werewolves are just gone for a little while. Like, why are 3 fence boards nailed up to a window, like, stopping a werewolf?
Oh, that's one of my favorite little parts of the movie too. Because how many times, like, somebody went flying through that window, or a werewolf crashed into that window, and then the next scene we're seeing someone nail up the last board for the 4th time. That's got it. But there's these gaps between.
Yeah.
Little stuff like that. Or there's one scene where he props a door closed with a chair. And then, like, he goes for his gun.
Throws the other chair.
And his gun's not working. It's, shit. So he throws another chair.
He's using a hairspray and a flame to make a flamethrower while the other guy is punching through drywall and makes a tiny hole, and they crawl through, and then he grabs a suitcase and he just puts it in front of the hole. And we see, like, a werewolf's, like, head, like, snapping through the hole, and he just, like...
But I thought that was kind of neat too, because you don't see people poking a hole through a wall to get away from a monster.
Yeah.
Or when they're upstairs and they shot through the floor to get back downstairs. But that's neat.
Yeah.
That's neat. You never think, I'm trapped upstairs. No,
Yeah,
I don't have to go
again,
through the floor.
It is those moments that are really great, but then it's like, I've also never seen somebody use a suitcase to try and cover up a hole from a monster. So...
You see, it's things like that, like... The first half of the movie is them in the forest and get into the house, but it's a lot of, like, the last third of the movie and the way they react to everything in the house that makes it for me, where it's like going through the wall, like he had kicked over and broke the sink so he could get the faucet and the pipe, and he's breaking through the wall with that to get through.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's brilliant. And then, sure, tossing the suitcase, yeah. That suitcase isn't going to stop them, but when you're...
Well, you don't know what's in the suitcase.
But when you're running through a house, you're just going to throw whatever you can to try and block them. Like, you're not thinking, oh, hey, you know what? The suitcase ain't going to work. I'm just going to leave it. No, fuck it. I am throwing everything I can in front of them to try and get through.
But, you know...
Like, even to the point where, like, the hand comes in through the mail slot. He's hammering the door shut. The hand comes through.
That was
and he
great.
starts hammering. Like... Yeah, that's exactly what you would do. Like, a lot of it is like it might not make logical sense, but when you're freaking out and you're running for your life, yeah, you're gonna toss whatever you can.
And it's also funny as shit, which is exactly what we need in a movie like this.
You know, okay, here's the thing is I want to go back to the story. I think the script is actually pretty good. The fact, okay, let's just talk about the guy at the beginning. What is he, the sergeant or whatever he is?
The special ops guy.
Special ops guy. That whole opening scene with the dog, right? It kind of sets the stakes for this guy. Like, this guy's like a maniac, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he comes back and he just happens to be the guy they rescue is pretty cool. But I also like the fact that he admits that he set them up. I think that's a pretty
I remember
cool
you
twist.
from the before, so
Yeah,
I had
that's
to pick somebody.
Right, that's a good twist, I think.
Yeah.
That's not just schlocky writing. That's pretty good, I think.
No, because he even said in that opening scene, it's like, I don't give second chances and I never forget.
Right.
And a month later, he's using the guy that turned him down as bait for his operation.
Right.
At the same time, the second that he turned into a werewolf, I'm like, oh, okay, this is how the movie ends. It's going to be him, and it's going to be him, and he's going to shoot him in the head the way he didn't shoot the dog in the head when he told him to before. Like, that's telegraphed
Yeah.
halfway through the movie.
So it's good.
It's great.
Yeah. but also the girl admitting that but she admitted that all along she was a werewolf,
Yes.
right? See, like, I think that's cool, right?
It also doesn't make any sense.
There was something like, all right, she wanted
Right.
to be saved, but then that's why she rescued them. But
Why wasn't she turned in?
Spoiler.
Why wasn't she a werewolf when she was driving the car? When she was helping the other people escape from the werewolves?
yeah.
Why did she bring all of them to the house to hide if she could have just got them all in the car and then slammed on the brakes and said, eat up?
Good question.
You know what I mean? Like,
TJ, you've seen this a dozen times. You tell
Yeah,
us.
well, no, because she had said in the movie, like, she moved out to the county to just be with nature and get away from it all and didn't want to join that family. But because she moved
that's not
there.
true.
No, that's what
She's part of the family.
Well, she became part of the family because they turned her. She wasn't initially part of the
See,
family.
Josh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, the plot's great.
She moved to the county. I think they said like a year previous to that, and she turned into a werewolf and became part of that family. And she never wanted to be a part of it. That's why she was trying to use these soldiers as an escape to get out of there and away from that family.
How would that have helped her?
No,
though,
I know.
just
Doesn't make any sense.
getting away from it. She's still a werewolf.
I didn't write it.
And then on top, and then on top of that, if that was true, then why did she let the werewolves in at the end?
Because
why wasn't she helping the soldiers anymore?
Because at the end, the soldiers weren't gonna end up helping her because they kept on getting like knocked off one by one.
And it was right after they blew up the Land Rover in the shed.
But she's the one who
But she's the one that suggested
Yeah.
it. So okay, you're right. It doesn't make any sense because
No.
as soon as that happened,
No.
she's like, "Well,
Well,
so it's
I
one
thought
of
you could
those-
save
there
me, but
is-
now there's no way out,
Right.
and now there's no way you can save me.
There
so I'm going
is-
to kill you."
Yeah.
Sorry, there is one scene right before she suggests the whole garage thing that suggests some type of, I hate to say telepathy between the werewolves. But she's staring out the window, and you see all the werewolves moving around, and she's staring out, and you get the inference that they're making eye contact and kind of silently communicating. And then she's like, "Well, wolves are packed animals, and they look for the shelter and the warmth, so they're probably in the garage." And that's when they send the Jeep in there, blow it up, and she lets them in the back door.
Yeah, I assume that she was just waiting for them to leave
Yeah.
the shed because she has night vision because she's a werewolf. But also it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So why can she not turn
I don't know.
like the other ones?
TJ,
But she
you-
did.
Only when she wanted to.
Maybe that's when they turn, when they want to.
That could be, that
because
could be.
because the bad guy, the platoon guy, and our captain turns.
It's involuntary.
Well,
it
maybe
seems.
it's like taking a piss. And
Yeah, he does say that. He does say that. He does say that. Yeah.
Or maybe it's like, taking a shit, and you just like, no, I'm not going to drop trout and trout going right now. I'm going to hold on to it.
and
She's just really good at
pinch
holding
one
it a
off,
shit.
as they
Yeah.
said in the movie.
Yeah. But on the same accord with both captains and whatnot, it's their first time turning, and your first time might be involuntary.
I kind of want to look more into this film and watch other reviews, because we were talking before here about watching a movie and having an opinion of it, and then having the opinion be influenced by other people. And some people were saying that in a negative way. Sometimes, honestly, I watch a movie and I don't know what I think about it until I talk to other people. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. I want to see other people's review of this film. I want to see what their impression was of it when it came out, right? Like, what year did you see this film?
I saw this, I want
2003?
to say 03.
Wow. When it came out.
Yeah, this was released in 02. I picked it up at Riverside Video in 03. And the funny thing about this is I bought it I watched it on my own, rented it, eventually actually bought that copy from the video shop. But about 2 or 3 weeks
He just
later,
never returned it.
Yeah.
No, never returned it. But a couple weeks later, I was at a friend's place, and we all left and went to someone else's place, and I only knew 2 people there, passing controller, Mario Kart stuff. It's like, oh, well, we found this movie at wherever. It sounds cool. It's called Dog Soldiers. We've never heard of it. I only know one other person in this house with 8 other people. I'm like, oh, I know that movie.
Yeah,
and they all look at me like, who won? Who the fuck are you? And Tim, how the fuck do you know this movie? It just came out. I'm like, oh, I just watched it a couple weeks ago. You guys are gonna love it. But again, even
He was wearing a
back then,
tux at the time, too.
Yeah.
oh yes.
Yes.
But even then, it was mixed reactions where
Sure.
some people were like, oh, it was okay. And other people were like, oh, that was amazing. That's exactly what we were expecting. And we
Yep.
dug it. And it was still a mixed bag of reactions on it.
See, I tried that once too, but I did that with Memento.
Yeah.
So that was an odd choice, especially on the crowd that I was with. But anyway.
That's fair. Yeah.
So, okay, because I was actually going to ask you, since then, have you ever run into anyone else that likes Dog Soldiers besides that group right there?
I've run into a few people here and there that know of it and have enjoyed it, but for the most part, no. It's one of those things where I've heard of it,
Okay.
or they've just never seen it at all.
Okay,
Although I'm actually surprised Colin's not here tonight, but I think he's going on vacation tomorrow. He's seen it and he thoroughly enjoys
Oh,
it.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, too bad he couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah.
Colin,
Yeah.
let us
that
down.
guy.
Well, I don't know what to say. So you've been asking for this film for 100 weeks. You finally got your wish.
And well, I was talking with Nick on his way out, and he's like, "Listen, TJ, Nick speaking as Nick here. He's like, well, I'm the one that suggested Freddy got fingered. I'm like, yes, you set the bar very low for me, and I appreciate that. So it's anything but up from there.
I think all of us have a Freddy got fingered we'd like to screen. So you got your Freddy got fingered, and then we'll see. I'm sure.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Okay, maybe one day. Who knows? But I'm sure me and Champion have our own, right?
I'll have to think on that,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's one or two. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't think that it's a Freddy Got Fingered
Yeah.
type movie. Like sometimes you just assume that everyone loves this too.
I actually have one, and I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to suggest it. Fuck, it's Grease 2. Anyway. Okay.
Mine is Night Shift,
Oh,
starring
shit.
Michael Keaton.
But Night Shift is actually awesome. Anyway. Okay.
This isn't even by Freddy Got Fingered. Like, I know movies worse than this that I show people. Let's go.
Okay, what's the next one? What are we going to watch in our 200 screening?
Dog Soldiers
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
I wish. And actually, the movie I would suggest right now, I haven't seen in years, and it's not even that bad of a movie. It's a Brian De Palma film, Phantom of the Paradise.
Oh, it's funny because I posted what?
Didn't somebody just suggest that or talk about that?
All I know is that I posted my favorite Brian De Palma films, and I didn't include that, and a bunch of people attacked me.
Interesting.
But I don't know if I don't remember anyone else mentioning it
okay.
here. No, but just online, I see it talk about. I tried to watch it.
Yeah.
I love Brian De Palma. I couldn't finish it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to screen it, hey, number 200, man, number 200.
Good. So I'm going to wait another 2 more years. Got
There
it.
you go. Yeah. Okay. With that being said, there you go. We want to thank you for joining us for our 100th. Oh, I can't believe it's been 100.
It's crazy.
It's been 100 nights.
Yeah.
100 weeks since Howard the Duck.
We got to get a life, all
Can you
of us.
believe it? Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, we do have to get lives. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us every week for 100 weeks in a row for Media Uniplex. This is Laser Brains. We also do Tape Crusaders.
That's right.
I want to thank Champion for hosting Movie Night every week.
You are welcome. It's been a long,
Yes.
grueling 100 weeks.
Yes, it has been. I want to thank TJ for suggesting our 100th screening.
Thank you, everybody.
TJ's left the building. And I want to thank Joshua Mervell for telling us where we can find all these episodes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You can actually find all of our stuff over on our website at comicbooksyndicate.com. Check us out there. Let us know what you guys think about Dog Soldiers.
That's right. Until the next time.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Also, did you guys get the feel that as they were editing this movie, that they weren't sure if it would go straight to television or not?
Yeah, there were definitely moments that felt like it was about to cut to commercial.
Yeah, like there were a lot of act breaks that sort of ended.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a fade out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now that
we're
you
back
mention
again.
it, that's a good point.
You know, I wonder if maybe this was made for a major TV movie in Europe or something, and then it just got a.
Theatrical here.
Did it get a theatrical?
No, it was straight to DVD. I don't think it got a theatrical over here. If it did get a theatrical, it was limited.
So this may have been the first theatrical release of Dog Soldiers.
Yeah.
I believe they just did a 4K re-release of this through like Arrow Video or something.
So that means if it played here, which counts as theatrical, it now qualifies for the Oscars.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not on the voting committee.
You would vote against Dog Soldiers?
Oh, I never said that.
You know what's funny though is that I think that because the title was Dog Soldiers, I thought this was going to be a movie about cybernetic werewolf soldiers. Because dog soldiers.
Yeah.
It's almost like werewolf soldiers. That's what I thought the premise would be. So I was completely shocked when it ended up being what it was.
Well, it's interesting that is kind of what the purpose of them being there was for, though, right? Like the military was sent in there to capture one of the werewolves,
Yeah, but
which is cool.
But they weren't soldiers.
No, like I think I thought the werewolves.
The werewolves would be. Right?
Yeah, so like, that could be the premise for another movie.
I think they did a variation of that called Wolf Cop.
Oh, Wolf Cop. I don't think I've seen that.
No.
No,
Oh.
that seems like episode 200.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.